But let's have a little chat. For those who want to stay, please do stick around for the next 10 minutes or so while we give our thoughts and dissect what we've just seen. If you are on the YouTube stream, we'd love to have your company. Congratulations to anyone who predicted 2-0. Well done, Brian.
Yep,
myself, Rory, I will hang my head in shame.
Was more negative.
0-0 I went for. Absolutely well off the mark I was. And that will show me. But it's the Bees started brightly, and let's just skip straight ahead to the first goal. It was Ryan Glover who got the all-important touch.
Yeah, absolutely. We spoke about it in the last game that Barnet came out of the half-time team talk roaring, and they kept it again today. You know, come out firing, and it starts from Idris Khan on the right-hand side, who had a brilliant second-half performance. Gets the crossing, and it falls to Callum said it. I think he just gets a little flick on it, gets the contact, and it falls to Ryan Glover so perfectly around the 6-yard box, and he just smashes it, throttles it into the back of the net, takes a bit of a hit. Luckily, thankfully, he came off of it good, and that set the tone for the second half, and Barnet taking the lead.
Indeed they did, and there were a couple more chances, weren't there? Stead had a header saved, and it didn't matter in the end because it was Zach Brunt's quick thinking from a short corner, the second in as many games, that resulted in Leon Love, who is getting all the cheers right now as we speak. Leon Love.
Yeah, Leon Love, of course, in the first half, missed a big chance, and even in the last game, gets Maidenhead, missed a big chance, but he was finally off the mark today. And like you were saying, Zach Brunt, who had a brilliant game, he's really up the ante with his creativity, takes the corner short, and Leon Love, it's a brilliant, well-timed run to the near post, gets a contact on it, just deftly touches it off the post into the far corner, and thankfully he's off the mark, and hopefully this is the first of many for Leon Love. He plays really well. His harder play's been brilliant, Ferg's been brilliant, works extremely hard, and that's exactly what he deserved. And I'm so happy for him. He was so happy, his teammates were happy for him. It just kind of was so happy he scored, and that's Barnet's number 9, and hopefully he fires Barnet to promotion.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They were just so happy for him, weren't they? And he seems to be a really positive character around the club, Leon Love. With his massive thighs.
Oh, I mean, he must squat about 250 kg for sure.
Well, his massive thighs resulted in a goal today, powering the ball into the net, into Smith's corner, and it's just another really professional showing from the Bees. Again, we just said it a few seconds ago, but 4 games on the spin, 4 clean sheets, 8 goals scored. At the moment, in these cup finals, as Dean Brennan said, the Bees look a little bit unstoppable.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, honestly, they're playing so well at the moment. I think defensively is what we need to touch on, because to have 4 clean sheets in a row, Oluwo coming out of the side due to injury, but seeing that nothing's really changed in terms of how stable they are at the back. Obviously, Owen Owens has come in. I guess we said he hasn't been tested, but you have to give credit to him. Maybe he's brought stability, he's brought a calmness to the back line. There's been very little mistakes, if any. And to go on a 4-game streak, starting away at Forest Green, which is tough on any given day. And to be fair, Barnet were the best had on that night. But since then, they've gone to Southend, tough place to go to, 1-3-0, beaten Maidenhead 2-3-0, and then beating Hartlepool 2-0. And we were saying before the game, Hartlepool don't lose games. Under Lane Lawrence, I mean, this is 50th game, but this is only their 3rd defeat. So Hartlepool are a tough side to break down, but Barnet showed their class, showed their resilience, showed their toughness to win this game, and keep another clean sheet is really positive. And going into a tough stretch of games, you know, you've got Tamworth coming up on the weekend, obviously that massive game of York coming up as well, which bodes really well for the Bees.
Yeah, exactly. They do have Tamworth on the weekend, and you know, they work so hard and they play so well at home. It would be a real shame for that hard work to be undone against a side, no disrespect, like Tamworth. We have seen York drop points to the likes of Boston, who did the double over them, of course. And they dropped points at home to Sutton as well. So they're certainly not infallible. And it's a real chance for the Bees to capitalise on this. Forest Green as well, getting draws, and they can't really keep drawing, can they?
Yeah, you can't do. I mean, Barnet proved that in that stretch before Christmas. I mean, going into the new year, was it 4 draws in a row I think Barnet had before the win at Southend? So it just goes to show you that any drop points in this league can be critical, but you have to give credit to the Bees, because even though they're not winning, they're not losing, and that's the thing. You're still gaining points, at least something from those games, and that's really important, because you look at those draws, those 4 points, That's the difference between Barnet and Forest Green at the moment.
Exactly, and I've seen it argued among Barnet fans that last season perhaps the sort of 4 draws, we might have lost those. Sutton United were so close to coming away with 3 points here at the Hive. No one comes away with 3 points at the Hive apart from Barnet. And we've just seen on a replay here on DAZN Danny Collins's fantastic clearance. You touched on the defence just before. Danny Collins just seems to epitomise the character of this squad, doesn't he?
Absolutely. I mean, that block just sums up the mentality, the fight, the heart, the character that all the Barnet players show. And Danny Collins, you could have given up on that because it looked like almost goal for Manny Disarua. He just put it in the back of the net, and had that gone in, there was 15 minutes left of the game. That would have made it nervous, would have made it sketchy, but Danny Collins just epitomised why Barnet are where they are, the mentality that Dean Brennan talks about, that he instills in this side of never giving up, always chasing lost causes, and that block was fantastic. And
the fist pump was even better, wasn't it?
Yeah, brilliant fist pump, and the crowd loved it. Everyone was, it was like a goal had just gone in.
I know. I've never commentated on a moment on a tackle like a goal.
Yeah, like
I don't know if you feel the same.
Tackle. Yeah, honestly, it felt like a goal. The fans loved it, appreciated it, and he knew what it meant. Hence why the fist pump.
Exactly. I mean, is this team? Would you say that this team is something special?
Absolutely. This is a special team. It's a special crop of players. And I think now that everyone's fully fit, everyone's bought into it. Do you know what I mean? Everyone knows what the target is this season, is to get promotions to go up. But not just to get promoted, it's to win the league. And I think that's what's showing through. Everyone's playing well. Even if Barnet go a goal down, they're still keeping their head up. They're still believing, still trying. And that's what you need in this league. You need fighters, you need a squad. And Barnet have that. Everyone's together. And that's what Dean Brennan talks about, the togetherness in the squad, and that shows on the pitch, and that's showed through the results, because to be top of the league, to be on, 60 points now? 60 points, Barnet have 60 points is fantastic after 29 games. I mean, that's fantastic return, and you keep that up, you rest be assured that you'll be in a strong, Barnet will be in a strong position going into the final stretch of the season.
They absolutely will. I just want to thank everyone who's joined us today from all areas of the world, all corners of the world, from Sydney to Wellington to Brazil. I mean, Hive Live is really, truly international, and we really appreciate your comments as well. Saying that you enjoy the commentary and obviously enjoy that. It always helps when you can commentate on a fantastic performance, and we seem to have this. We're treated every week to these unbelievably brilliant performances from the Bees. We really are spoiled, to be honest.
Yeah, seen a lot of goals, brilliant attacking performances, and Barnet always play on the front foot. That's the football everyone dreams of having for their team. Playing on the front foot, keeping possession, winning games, scoring goals, keeping clean sheets is exactly what you want from a football team. And Barnet fans this season have been, like you said, it's a treat for them. Fantastic performances, and the fans believe in it. We are top of the league, chance being sung at the end, so the fans are believing it. To the Football League we go. Hopefully it's not premature. There's, like I said, plenty of football left to be played, and we know how it can change from one week to another. But fantastic so far.
Certainly can. Now I think an honourable mention needs to go to my man of the match, Zach Brunt.
Yep. Fantastic.
Just a truly unbelievable performance once again. He has upped his game. I mean, Idris Kanu in with a shout as well, but for me, Zach Brunt is he's just another level at the moment. I mean, even last game against Maidenhead, he missed 2 fantastic chances. But the character he's shown to just come back next game and just deliver yet another outstanding performance just shows the potential that he has to go on and do some great things.
Exactly. Even in that game, you said we missed 2 chances, he still set up Idris Kanu's the third goal, which was a brilliant piece of play.
And he set up the first one as well.
The first one. Yeah, the first one as well. I mean,
for Glover / Stead.
Yeah, he's just been playing brilliantly so far. We were speaking about earlier that Zach Brunt has games where he's not involved, but he's been so involved in these last few games, and it's shown on the pitch, the creativity. I mean, he could have had a hat-trick of assists today if Hadanoff scored, and had Shelton scored, he hit the post as well, and he almost scored himself a brilliant strike, hitting the crossbar with a brilliant save. So Zach Brunt's really up the ante, and that's what Barnet are going to need from their key players. Zach Brunt, Idris Kanu, Shelton, Hartigan, another clean game. I mean, Hartigan, his standard is just a 7.5 out of 10. 8 out of 10, I should say. I mean, every game he just plays to such a level that we're kind of spoiled to the fact that he's just playing so well.
We take him for granted, don't we, Anthony Hartigan?
His performance is just always consistent.
It's just so consistent. I've never known someone to be so consistent. As you say, 7.5 out of 10 every game, if not more.
Yeah, if not more, for sure.
He just keeps things ticking. And, I mean, the man, he needs to be wrapped up in in heavy-duty cotton wool, like industrial-grade cotton wool every game, because he is just absolutely integral to how the Bees play. Just another comment from Amanda Brewerton. Thanks so much from the Côte d'Azur. Love
Côte d'Ivoire, you mean?
The Côte d'Azur.
Okay, interesting.
Côte d'Azur, Côte d'Ivoire is the Ivory Coast.
Yeah, Ivory Coast. That's what I thought you were saying.
The Côte d'Azur is a beautiful place.
Oh, fantastic.
The Côte d'Azur is a beautiful place. Thank you, Amanda, for listening, and of course thanks to everyone else who is in this country indeed. By the way, we have started a Twitter account just for Hive Live.
Wow.
You can go to @HiveLiveRadio if you're on Twitter or X. There's no post, there's no profile picture or anything like that. It's so new, but we just want to sort of maybe, we can give updates there and just post links and stuff and just make sure everyone's nice and updated. We might give you one or two little pictures of us behind the scenes if anyone even cares about that. I'm not sure, but we might just do it anyway for the pure hell of it, because we love doing what we do and we love commentating on these fantastic games. Now Owen Evans once again didn't really have anything to do. He could just be having a cup of tea there, couldn't he?
Yeah, I mean, these the games that we see Owen Evans, he's been comfortable. I mean, his passing's been good. That's the main contribution he's been having. Passing, corners, he's been fairly comfortable, but like you said, hasn't really made any big saves. Did make a save in the first half, but it was a fairly routine save. But he has to make the saves, and if he's not having to do anything, then I guess you can say it's a positive on his side. I'm sure he'd like to make eye-catching saves and be the reason, but we'd rather the defence keep assured, keep him safe, and Barnet have the ball most of the time. So if anyone's going to have chances, they're going to really have the ball. But like we said, that York game coming up, I don't look too far ahead, but you can be assured in that game he'll be tested, because York, I mean, they'll be going to that game knowing that they should not need to win, but that'll be a game they'll be looking to win for sure. I mean,
the York game is a mammoth game, isn't it? I mean, I personally can't really wait for it. I think it's going to be a real occasion, and I'm sure York will bring pretty, even though it's Tuesday night, I think because of the importance of the game. You do get the sense, again, you don't want to be too absolutist about these things, but you do get the sense that if whoever comes out on top, if Barnet were to win against York City at home, York will more than likely continue to drop points. But the Bees at the moment, if they can just keep this consistency going, make sure that they don't lose games and just keep winning these home games professionally, I mean, you just can't really look past them to winning the title.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, there's just so much. It's just too tight at the top. If Barnet had like a 10-point lead, I'd be like, okay, now you can look at it and say, win 8-9 games, you're up, but there's just too tight, and obviously York have their games in hand. Of course, you'd rather have the points on the board, but York know that it's still in their hands, because they win their games in hand, and if they beat Barnet, then they will go top of the table, and obviously we don't want that to happen, but they still do have it in their hands. Barnet, like you said, Barnet win the rest of their home games, win half of their away games, could put your bank on it, they'll go up as champions. But of course, Dean Brennan
still early days. Yeah, still early days. One game at a time. It's so easy to get carried away, isn't it? But these are truly exciting times for Barnet after so many, several years of real, just down in the doldrums, watching really poor quality football. And Dean Brennan has just transformed this football club. He really has. I know we've mentioned it, and it can't be nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But at this level, can you really ask for much more?
I mean, not at all. Top of the league, 6 points clear of third place, 4 points clear of second. I mean, little much you can ask for. 60 points, 59 goals, 30 conceded. It's a masterclass stroke at the moment, but job isn't done, and that's what Dean Brennan will be saying. Job isn't done, and still plenty of football left, but
he's got unfinished business. He remember first season he kept the Bees up, with a squad. Some of the players didn't even really want to be there. By all accounts, but certainly by his account. In his first full season, he got Barnet. No one really fancied Barnet for the playoffs. He got them into the playoff eliminators. They unfortunately lost in the first round to Boreham Wood. Leon Love scoring 2 goals. Yeah, exactly. And the next game, the next season, one step further into the playoffs. Sadly, absolutely fell apart here at the Hive, 4-0. Just a really bizarre result. But Dean Brennan was absolutely determined in his post-match after that. He said, I know what needs to be done. And at this stage, I feel like he wasn't lying.
No.
I feel like he did know that what needed to be done. He made several signings. He was backed over the summer, and he has assembled some squad here.
Yeah, obviously Miles Kenlock's come in. Obviously Chapman came in. He's been injured a lot of the time, but it's a very strong squad. Obviously Liam Love's come in the window, scored his first goal today. And given that you went for Zach Brock man of the match, I'm going to go for Liam Love. I thought he was brilliant. Missed a big chance in the first half, but the goal in the second half was a really brilliant finish. When you look back on it, it's a fantastic little touch and
Deft,
his hold-up play, and he's a model professional the way he plays. I mean, everyone in Barnet is, to be fair, but Liam Love particularly, as the main man, as the number, and the pressure that's on the shoulders, given that Nicky Kabamba had left, and he's now got off the mark, and hopefully that is the first of many.
Yeah, and you can just sort of see the Barnet fans are enamoured with him already because they can just see the amount of effort that he's putting in and the almost desperation that he had to score.
Yeah.
And he kept his head up. He had a couple of big chances in the last couple of games, but he's kept going. He's kept his head up and he's taken his chance. And as we say, hopefully that is the first of many.
And that's what fans love. Fans love anyone that will run hard for the shirt, that will work hard, that will just put it all out there. And that's what Liam Love does.
Yeah. Next up, of course, it's Tamworth away. Obviously, unfortunately, we won't be there for that one. We will be back for the next home game. But as we say, we absolutely really thank you for joining our coverage today. We've thoroughly enjoyed it. I certainly have. I don't know about you.
Oh, absolutely enjoyed it. Another win. A perfect prediction. How can I not enjoy it?
Well, yeah, many congratulations. I owe you a Coke Zero or a ginger beer. What's your beverage of choice?
Rubicon Mango won't go down too bad.
A Rubicon Mango. All right, Rubicon Mango. I'm not going to buy it for you because we didn't have an agreement. But going forward, I think we should. We'll call it the Rubicon Treaty or something.
Hive Live viewers.
Yeah.
Remember this.
Yeah. No, it's on record now. It's on record. All right. Thanks very much all for joining us, and have a lovely evening, everyone. Take care.
Good night.